Hey folks, so our app is finally out. So the Keen officially available in App Store and Android. And what's the Keen do? Actually, it's your personal assistant, friend, and a reliable person that help you to navigate your work life. And I spend a lot of time to create the safety space for you to talk about your deepest fears and to celebrate something, to overcome the challenges that you have at your work, and can have some areas of improvement where you could get better if you have some quite common challenges at workplace. And today we will talk about one of the fears actually. And I even found it funny over the years. We will talk about the imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is quite common when you feel like the fraud at the workplace. You know that you feel not so confident, you feel not good enough, you're full of self-doubts. And one of the biggest challenges that I noticed that a lot of smart people that really have a lot of experience, they full of self-doubt sometimes. And especially for the developers and IT workers, it's quite interesting thing because you know we have a couple of positions in a software engineering teams where we have the professional imposters, and that's quite interesting thing that I really wants to talk with you because imposter syndrome quite big, and we could talk for a long time, and it's better if you will talk with your therapist about it. And a separate domain when people switch the roles, and then they not confident on the new things that they are doing, and it's a common thing. But one particular position in the software engineering teams, except the full stack developers that are developers that doesn't know how to say no to management, and they do a bit of backend and a bit of front end and all other things. But yeah, let's get back to the main position that are actually the master of imposters. So in my humble opinion, it's the software architects, because the software architects, they quite often jump between the domains. And even if you're a regular software developer and you change the company or you change the project, quite often you start completely new business domain or even completely new stack or even completely new challenges. It's entire new life. And you start from scratch. And when we're talking about the software architects, especially the enterprise guys, they work with unknowns every day. So they get paid to go somewhere where nobody goes before, and make the light and build the bridges for a team to get there and build something completely new. And our application is not an exception. Just 14 months ago, I didn't know anything about the personal knowledge graphs, how to run them on device. I haven't wrote any single line of the data log in my life, or do some fancy LLMs or anything else. But I managed to obtain this knowledge, and right now I quite deep on some topics, and even doing some quite cool content and articles in a domain. So the professional imposters in IT space actually, it's the architects that work with unknown and discover something new, and show others how to get there. And I remember from my early childhood, it was the TV show about the guy, a super talented indigo kid that grow up, and he was able to obtain quickly completely new professions like the pilot or whatever, just spending a week on it and so on, and go there and do something and rescue somebody, or vice versa, punish some bad guys and so on. And I guess that this TV show really describes what we doing daily in our software engineering positions, on the positions on the architect, principals, and staff engineers. We get into something that nobody do before, or we get into well-known domains but in completely different conditions that It's more specific to the business and with some unique challenges, and then we need to solve it. And you know, it's okay to be not so confident, but it's not so okay to be not so confident in a corporate world where you need to sell your decisions and design to the team, because at its end of the world for the software architect, to be honest. But I start my career from the project where the senior developers told me that, man, it's no way to Google it, no way to learn it from somewhere else, because it's a completely unique project. That was the COBOL processing system written on Java, and I was the .NET guy that started this work. And then I grew up in an environment where it was okay to doesn't know anything about it and build something from scratch, build your knowledge, teach this knowledge to others, and so on. And it's what I'm doing daily on my day-to-day job. I just learn something and go to the people and say, oh, what I found. So the professional imposters, actually, it could be the strength, not the weakness, because it's okay to do not know something. It's okay to acquire the new knowledge. It's okay to relearn something completely from scratch and apply in completely different domains. It's actually how we pick the enterprise knowledge graphs and repurpose them and put it to the user pocket and all other things. Or, for example, pioneering the local first architecture that nobody made before. So it's quite cool to be imposter. It's quite cool to be the professional one that always go to somewhere that it's the favorite architecture things that you manage unknowns, because if people already have something defined, it's not a problem for the architect anymore. It's just a problem for the engineers to make it happen. And don't be scared, and build your confidence. Build your confidence together with your colleagues, and try to learn something together and have fun. So that's all that I was keen to share with you today. Choose.